Kaspa is breaking records again, crypto fam. Imagine a blockchain running 125 plus transactions per second, with no rollups, no congestion, and scaling 30x more right now if needed. Compare that to Bitcoin's 7 TPS. Yeah, Kaspa is built different. What's up, crypto family? Welcome back to Goldrush Crypto Daily, the place where we dig into the hottest crypto news, break it all down, and figure out what it really means for us in this wild market. Today's lineup is packed. Kaspa hitting massive transaction milestones that leave Bitcoin and Ethereum in the dust. Kaspa climbing to the #1 spot in bullish sentiment on CoinMarketCap. The charts showing a potential breakout that could push Kas even higher. If you're excited about where Kaspa is heading, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you don't miss your daily dose of crypto gold. Let's start with one of the most mind-blowing stats out there. According to NeoZombas, Kaspa is currently running at 125 plus transactions per second, all on layer 1. For context, Bitcoin does about 7 TPS. Ethereum handles maybe 15-20 TPS under normal load, and that's before the mempool starts clogging up. That's why we have so many layer 2 solutions, sidechains and rollups trying to scale those networks. But Kaspa, it's doing 125 plus TPS on the base chain with no congestion. And here's the kicker. The architecture, which is built on a BlockDAG instead of a traditional blockchain, could theoretically scale 30 times more than what it's already doing. That means Kaspa could easily hit thousands of TPS on-chain without rollups. This matters because scalability has been crypto's Achilles heel for over a decade. If Kaspa continues to prove it can scale natively while staying decentralized and secure, that's a game changer. Honestly, this is the kind of flex that turns heads in the industry. If Kaspa is already doing this today, imagine where it will be in 2 or 3 years once adoption catches up. This isn't just about speed, it's about proving you can scale without compromise. Next up, Mirali Balamar shared some raw numbers. Kaspa processed over 8 million transactions in just 24 hours. Let's put that into perspective. 8 million transactions in a day means the network is not just fast, but it's actually being used at scale. Many projects claim they could handle high throughput, but usage tells the real story. And remember, this isn't on a testnet. This isn't theoretical math. This is the main net, processing millions of transactions with no downtime, no hiccups, and no bottlenecks. For crypto adoption to grow, we need chains that can handle heavy real-world usage. And Kaspa is showing it's not only ready, but thriving. When you see real-world volume like this, it validates the tech. We're not just talking about white papers and roadmaps. Kaspa is delivering results right now. It's the kind of progress that makes me even more bullish on its long-term potential. Building on that, Kaspa Daily added a killer stat. Those 8 million transactions are actually 3.5 times more than Bitcoin and Ethereum combined for the same period. That's massive. Bitcoin and Ethereum are the 2 biggest blockchains in the world by market cap, and Kaspa just quietly outperformed both of them in raw throughput. The important part here is the how. Kaspa uses a BlockDAG architecture instead of the traditional blockchain model. Think of it as multiple blocks being added simultaneously instead of one long chain. This allows much higher throughput without sacrificing decentralization. And decentralization is the key word here. Many high TPS chains sacrifice it by running fewer validators or relying on centralized nodes. Kaspa, on the other hand, maintains a robust decentralized network. This is proof of concept in action. Not only is Kaspa competing, it's surpassing Bitcoin and Ethereum in areas where they struggle. For me, this solidifies Kaspa as not just another altcoin, but a serious infrastructure project for the future. Of course, performance and adoption always bleed into sentiment. And according to Kaspa Daily, Kaspa just hit #1 in bullish sentiment on CoinMarketCap. Sentiment is an underrated metric. When traders are overwhelmingly bullish, it means more eyes, more volume, and often more price action. But here's why it's especially interesting for Kaspa. The fundamentals are backing the hype. It's not just empty talk. You've got record transaction numbers, unmatched throughput, and now upcoming Layer 2 launches to expand the ecosystem even further. When sentiment and fundamentals line up, that's usually when you see strong moves in the market. This feels like one of those moments where retail and institutional sentiment are finally catching up with what the hardcore Kaspa community has been saying all along. Momentum is building and the charts are reflecting that. Speaking of charts, Kaslutional points out that Kaspa has broken its short-term trend line, signaling a possible consolidation before another leg up. Breaking a trend line is often the first sign of momentum shifting. Consolidation usually follows, which is healthy, before price continues upward. This suggests Kaspa could be setting up for a fresh breakout in the near future. For traders, this is where things get interesting. Short-term volatility can provide great entry points before the next move higher. Personally, I like seeing consolidation after a run-up. It means the market is cooling off just enough to set the stage for the next wave. And given Kaspa's fundamentals right now, the technicals are lining up in a bullish way. The breakout for $KS is building. The chart shows a wonderful consolidation pattern that could lead to a massive move. An impactful rally from the current price of $0.083 could send $KS soaring towards a short-term target of $0.09191. Finally, CryptoZ highlights the bigger picture. Kaspa's chart is showing a consolidation pattern that could fuel a breakout rally. At the time of posting, KS was around $0.083. And the chart suggests a short-term move up to about $0.0919. That may not sound like a lot, but percentage-wise it's a solid gain, especially in a market where momentum can snowball quickly. Combine that with the fundamentals we just talked about: record TPS, transaction volume, sentiment, and adoption. And this technical setup looks even stronger. I wouldn't be surprised to see Kaspa blow past short-term targets if the momentum continues. Once charts and fundamentals are aligned, markets tend to move faster than most expect. Kaspa feels like it's just getting started. So let's recap, crypto family. Kaspa is crushing it with 125 plus TPS and the potential to scale 30x more. The network just handled 8 million daily transactions, more than BTC and ETH combined. Sentiment is #1 bullish on CMC, and the charts are pointing to a consolidation followed by a breakout. My overall take? Kaspa is showing us what the next generation of blockchain technology can look like. It's not just hype, it's performance, adoption, and bullish momentum all wrapped into one. What do you think? Is Kaspa leading the charge into scalable crypto, or is it still flying under the radar? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your takes. And if you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Goldrush Crypto Daily, and hit the bell so you don't miss tomorrow's update. As always, this is not financial advice. Do your own research and invest wisely. Until next time, stay bullish, stay curious, and keep stacking that digital gold.